I killed a man under rules that were not mine. This is being said after the fact. Not to explain. Not to defend. To complete what was started. It began on an ordinary morning. Traffic. Coffee. Work messages. A billboard across the street changed while the image stayed the same. The text line shifted once. Allowed to stop. It looked like a warning meant for someone else. Later, it sounded like a sentence that had been waiting for my mouth. My phone vibrated. No number. No missed call. A message appeared as if it had been typed on my screen from the inside. Report to entry point. Do not bring anyone. I deleted it. It returned. Same words. Same spacing. The day kept correcting itself. A door at my office opened before I reached it. A meeting invite appeared on my calendar with no sender. A security reader flashed green when I walked past, then red when I looked back. I acted like nothing happened. That was the first agreement. That night, I tried to call my brother. The call did not ring. It cut clean. I tried again. Same cut. I told myself the network was down. I stopped trying. That was the second agreement. At 23:12, a new message arrived. Entry point moved. River level. Gate C. Gate C was under an overpass. Maintenance fencing. A keypad. A cracked camera dome with a red light that never blinked. The keypad turned green when I got close. I did not touch it. The gate opened anyway. Before the door opened, I checked my phone again. No missed call. No number. Only bars that did not mean service. The air smelled like wet metal. A low hum ran through the concrete. No signs. No warnings. No ownership. The gate opened. I stepped into the floodlight corridor. Gravel recorded my weight. One step. Then another. The building at the end looked temporary. Like it could be moved overnight. The door opened without contact. 3 people were inside. 2 men and a woman. No names offered. No questions asked. They watched my hands first. Then my shoes. Then the door behind me. The woman pointed to a folding chair. One of the men held a clipboard with blank paper. Sit. You're late. No names. Your number is next. They did not ask me to follow them. They moved, and the room expected me to keep up. A corridor opened to the right. Longer than the first. Lower ceiling. Pipes exposed, dripping at irregular intervals. Each drop hit the floor with a different sound. Metal. Concrete. Plastic. Someone had marked the floor with thin white lines. Not continuous. Short segments. As if distance mattered only in specific points. The woman walked ahead. One of the men followed behind me. Close enough to hear my steps. Far enough to avoid contact. Doors passed on both sides. All identical. Gray. No handles. Some doors had numbers. Some had nothing. A light flickered inside one room as we passed. Not on. Not off. Working through something. I tried to slow down. The man behind me did not touch me. He stopped walking. The corridor reacted. The hum dropped in pitch. Pressure changed in my ears. I resumed pace. The hum returned to normal. That was when I understood. Movement itself was part of the agreement. They stopped at a door without a number. The woman pressed her palm against the wall. Not the door. The wall. A seam appeared. Then widened. Inside, the room was smaller. Square. Clean. 4 chairs. All facing inward. One empty. 2 people were already seated. A man. A woman. They did not look at me when I entered. They looked at the empty chair. I sat. No introductions followed. No acknowledgement. A screen on the wall turned on. Black background. White text. Status, present count, 3. The number changed to 4. The man across from me rubbed his thumb against his wrist. There was no band. Still, the motion repeated. The woman beside him whispered something. Not to me. Not to anyone. The screen changed. Wait. The word stayed there longer than necessary. The lights dimmed slightly. Not darkness. Reduction. A speaker clicked. No static. No test tone. A voice came through. Different from the call earlier. Lower. Slower. It read rules without numbering them. No physical restraint. No interference once a process begins. No reversal after confirmation. The voice stopped. Silence followed. Not empty. Held. The man across from me stood. Walked to the door. Placed his hand where the seam had been. Nothing happened. He waited. Longer than was comfortable. The door opened. He looked back once. Not at us. At the screen. Status, present count, 3. He stepped out. Count changed to 2. No reaction. No comment. The chair he left behind remained warm. Block 08, time behaved differently in that room. The screen did not show seconds. Only changes. Count returned to 3. Someone else entered. A woman I had not seen before. She sat. Breathing controlled. Too controlled. Her eyes stayed fixed on the screen. Not blinking when the text shifted. I followed her gaze. Process queue updated. A thin line appeared beneath it. Filling slowly. Not left to right. From the center outward. The woman beside me stood abruptly. Her chair fell backward. No one helped her. She walked to the wall. Pressed both palms flat. The seam appeared immediately. Before leaving, she turned. Spoke quickly. Don't wait for permission. Then she was gone. Count dropped again. I stayed seated. Waiting felt safer than movement. That assumption would not hold. Block 09, a new instruction appeared. Select observer. No explanation followed. The man beside me looked at me. The first direct look since entering. He nodded once. Not approval. Transfer. The screen accepted it. Observer assigned. I felt nothing. No marker. No sound. The room shifted. Chairs rotated slightly. Not mechanically. As if adjusted by hand. A new feed appeared on the screen. Another room. Different layout. Same lights. People inside. 5 of them. Standing. They did not see us. They did not know they were observed. One of them crossed a line on the floor. The lights brightened. Another crossed it later. Nothing happened. Patterns. Delayed reactions. Corrections. I realized what the earlier rooms had been. Not trials. Calibration. Block 10, the man beside me spoke for the first time. Don't memorize faces. That was all. On the screen, a person fell. Not pushed. Not attacked. The floor tilted. Subtle. Enough. The body hit a wall. Hard. No alarm. No pause. The others adjusted their footing. Learning. I noticed something else. The screen had no rewind. No playback controls. Only live. What happened could only happen once. My role was not to intervene. It was to witness structure forming. The word observer stayed in the corner. Small. Persistent. The line on the progress bar filled another segment. Somewhere, a printer started. Block 11, the feed cut suddenly. The room returned to its earlier state. 4 chairs. 2 occupied. The man stood again. This time the door opened before he reached the wall. He left without looking back. Count dropped to 1. The screen changed. Observer complete. A new line appeared beneath it. Next phase pending. The hum deepened. Vibrations traveled through the floor. Another door opened behind me. I had not heard it unlock. Cold air rushed in. Paper. Disinfectant. I stood. No one stopped me. That was the first time stopping had been allowed. The next space was larger. Storage-like. Shelving units. Boxes labeled with dates, not contents. Some dates were in the future. A desk stood at the center. Metal. Scarred. A man sat behind it. Not looking up. Martin Cole. He stamped a document. Once. Then again. The sound carried. He slid the paper toward me. Face down. You're cleared for continuity, he said. No emphasis. No explanation. I did not turn the paper over. He took it back. Stamped it again. This time, harder. The stamp impression dented the desk surface. Do not confuse clearance with release. That was all he added. I was escorted back through a different route. Shorter. Brighter. Less deliberate. The exit gate opened as soon as I saw it. No keypad. No camera light. Outside, traffic moved normally. The river sounded the same. My phone vibrated. Network restored. Missed notifications flooding in. No missed calls from unknown numbers. Only one new calendar entry. 2:41. No title. No location. When I tried to delete it, the app closed. When I reopened it, the entry remained. Pinned. I walked away from the gate. Did not look back. Behind me, the lights shut off in sequence. That night, I did not sleep. At 2:41, nothing happened. No vibration. No call. No message. The silence lasted exactly 1 minute. Then my phone displayed a single notification. Status updated. I opened it. No content. Only a footer line. Observer retained. Below it, smaller text. Further participation may be required. The phone locked itself. I placed it face down. In the dark, the hum returned. Faint. Distant. Like infrastructure breathing under the city. I stayed still. Movement, I had learned, was never neutral. A whiteboard on the wall showed 4 columns. Present. Pending. Processed. Closed. Under present were only numbers. One was already written. The second was half written. The man finished the number with a marker. A printer behind a thin wall clicked once. They called it a correction. Not a contest. Not a trial. A correction. They did not ask my name. They kept checking my hands. Not for weapons. For residue. For steadiness. The clipboard man flipped blank pages with confidence. The woman held her phone low. A timer ran there. Always decreasing. Always restarting. When the printer clicked, they watched the wall. Not the printer. A slit came out. The man tore it off and placed it face down. A small fan spun in the corner. Unplugged. Moving air anyway. My wristband stayed blank. The door reader flashed green. Permission made audible. They scanned my face. Printed my number. No name. They took my phone. Removed the SIM. Returned the device. The screen still worked. The network showed bars. Calls cut clean. A drawer opened. Keys inside. All identical. One key was pushed toward me. The man wrote my number under pending. Erased it. Wrote it under present. The change happened without discussion. The printer started. Stopped. Started again. Rules arrived like routine steps. No leaving once confirmed. No undo. I asked who confirmed. The woman showed a timer. No app name. Only a countdown. A second room opened. Concrete floor. Metal table. 2 trays. A knife. Kitchen grade. Clean. A phone. Screen dark. A folded card between them. Option A, end IT. Option B, keep IT open. No logo. No signature. Only a choice without nouns. A panel on the wall held 4 lights. One green. One blinking yellow. With each blink, the hum changed pitch. A strip of tape marked the floor. My foot crossed it. The yellow light blinked faster. I stepped back. It stopped. The building did not speak. It waited. The knife looked ordinary again. A tool assigned to a boundary. The phone vibrated. One incoming call. No number. A calm male voice. Close. Inside the building. It did not threaten. It did not explain. Then a man entered. Thomas Hale. You can stop. You cannot undo. Choose A or B. I will wait. I chose to keep it open. The timer reset. A third room. One chair. One screen. Live feed. The gate. The river. Someone stood there. My brother. No argument followed. No correction. They let the moment exist. The screen flickered. Empty. Then not. My brother looked into the camera. The door opened. They escorted him in. He sat opposite me. He asked if I had received the call. I nodded. The countdown reached 3. The system did not ask for consent. I brought the knife down once. No speech followed. The chair scraped. Then stopped. The printer started. Page after page. The woman marked a line on her wrist. Closed appeared on the screen. A folder slid out from a wall slot. Witness produced. Inside was 1 page. This account is required. Next check-in, 2:41. I left at sunrise. No escort. The city accepted me back. My phone worked. Traffic moved. At 2:41, a message arrived. Report completed. Report again. I deleted it. It returned. A blank draft appeared. Waiting. Envelopes arrived. No stamps. Compliance ongoing. Street signs changed 1 word. Forms asked for a badge number. A guard greeted me. Stable today. I tried to leave town. Detours. Checkpoints. Same billboard. Allowed to stop. At home, the printer jammed. A warm blank page. My brother's apartment was sealed. Wrong date format. Another envelope. A metal tag. A number that wasn't mine. At 2:41, the phone vibrated again. Live feed. The gate. A stranger waited. Present was half written. Confirm presence. I did nothing. The marker moved by itself. The stranger stepped forward. My hands rehearsed small actions. Locking. Counting. Checking. Not fear. Preparation. In the morning, a final envelope. Time verified, 2:41. Witness status, active. Matter, scheduled. A stamp impression. Closed.